Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are going to do the video that everybody has been dying for me to do and asking me to do, and it's going all over the internet, exploding everywhere. This is the full face using only kids makeup challenge by Nikki Tutorials and Makeup by Peta, and they were the first girls to do it, and it just is like caught like wildfire. So I went to not only one but two kid makeup stores. One, a lot of people have been arguing that Claire's or Icing isn't a kid's makeup store, but girl, where am I going to find a Shopkins Sushi iPad case other than, you know, Claire's? You can't like find that anywhere else. It doesn't seem that much like a kid's store. It's more of like a preteen, kids to preteen store, I guess, but you know what? Toys R Us just didn't have that many things, and I shopped at both. In Toys R Us, I got not one, but two things. Look how cute this train case is. First of all, imagine going on set for a job and bringing this with you, and everyone will stare at you, but you'll be so high in fashion, and it's glittery as can be, girl. I would use this to go traveling with my everyday makeup. And I mean, this one kind of looks like water paints, like watercolor paints, to be honest with you. So I was nervous about it, and those two alone was like $45, and people were not kidding when this stuff was expensive. With $45, I could get like a really good high-end foundation and a mascara, I feel like. I'm feeling that everybody who was saying that Claire's was really expensive for their makeup, they did not do what I did. I don't know if this is all Claire's store, but mine had the Pokemon Go app. If you caught two Pokemon in the store and put it on Instagram or something and hashtag a certain thing, you get like 20% off your whole entire purchase. And you know how much I love Pokemon, so I was all up on that. And I think I got like over $120 worth of makeup for like under $100, which was still a lot. But it's a lot less than like 120 or so. Like I said, they have like such cute things. I had to get this. I'm gonna use everything here. I'm gonna try to. This is an eyelash curler, and eyelashes, I mean, look at this. It's just so fluffy. And if this doesn't work, I gotta back up. They sold Eyeliner there. I found out by watching Graveyard Girl's video of the whole kids makeup only challenge. And they have this teal case of makeup. It's like all the colors of the rainbow. It's a little bit like I've been swatching them, so like just to check out the pigment. And surprisingly, they are like kind of chalky, to be honest with you, but they're a lot more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, look at those swatches though. They're so small. Like I could get that with a Q-tip. I don't know if a brush could fit in there, but look at this mirror setup. It's like a vanity in here. It's just so fancy for kids makeup. More sophisticated than the stuff we get at Sephora, just sometimes. And I'm gonna use all my makeup brushes from Claire's as well. I even got like a big fat kabuki and all these brushes, because I noticed when I watch a lot of people doing this video, they run out of brushes like super quick. And I got a beauty blender dupe. I only got this one, even though it's shaped like a football, because it has an extra brush in it and it's teal. It matches all my teal things. I feel like I'm doing a haul first before we actually get into the makeup. That's what's happening today, I guess. And I got some BB creams in light, and yay, I got two of the same color. I thought they were different colors. Well, I hope it matches, because I can't return them, I don't think. And I got this eyeshadow case only because I feel like this would be good for my brows. And they didn't have concealer at the Claire's I had, so I got some orange lipstick to hopefully correct my under eyes. This could go terribly wrong, because I heard that these are so sticky and oily. And I got this weird sparkly pink lipstick, and I got this thing that I thought was setting powder. I mean, look at that top cover though, but it's really sparkly powder that I'm hoping to use as highlight. I'm gonna have to find like a mattifying powder in these eyeshadows to use as setting powder. I was thinking this through. I also got this bronzer, really cute, but it's really shimmery, I just realized, and I don't know how to open it. This is for aliens, they're not humans there. And like, it's so, ooh, shimmery. Oh, those are gonna be great highlights though. And then I got this big one, and I got it because it has an eyeliner pencil, more eyeshadows, mascara, bronzer, and lip gloss. And I got these lip glosses as well. So I'm hoping I can make a face with this. It might come out to be a terrible disaster. We will just see. Let's get started. And while I am doing this video, I'm going to talk about, you guys know I love to do chit chats while I do my makeup. I'm going to talk about my favorite toys growing up. When I was a kid, since we're playing with kids makeup, I didn't have this sophisticated a kids makeup when I was growing up. I wish I had a primer, but I don't, so we're going to see every freckle, every pore. See, I thought this was two different colors because this is a darker sticker, this is a lighter one, but I feel like maybe this one's older. Is that why it's darker? I'm so confused. Let me wet my beauty blender. Okay, now I'm super nervous to use this because I wet it and it did get like increased in size like the original beauty blender. I'm not expecting much from this, but this literally feels like a soggy, wet Nerf ball. Like, you know, those footballs? It looks like a football. We will see how this will work. Oh my gosh, I just squeezed all that and look, nothing's coming out. This is like all air in here. I hope someone didn't like tamper with this. Ew, it's like squirting out like bird poo. I hope this is my shade. Okay, it seems to work. Oh, I forgot to color correct my under eye with some fancy lipstick in orange peachy shade. You know, like those correctors that people use? I was hoping this will do it, but I'm really nervous. Ooh, oh my gosh, that smells like rotten peach chemicals, like old peach smoothie. Yeah, it's oily. But girl, I got these under eye bags that we need to get rid of because I have not slept that much last night because I've been working up a storm. Well, this is like not that much peach, it's more pink. The corrector lipstick thing I did. We need a lot more foundation. It's a little, yeah, it's a little Casperly white, but we're gonna work with it because that's all I got. Oh gosh, that's a lot, but I feel like you can use up this whole foundation tube in like 2 or 3 applications of your face. This is like pouncing, you know those ball pits you find at whatchamacallit, McDonald's and fast food places when you're a kid? It's like you took one of those after someone peed on it or it's wet. I know that sounds disgusting, but it doesn't smell like pee, it just feels like sopping wet. I feel like I'm gonna look even more Casperly than I actually do, like Snow White on a bad day. How am I going to get a concealer out of this? Because of all people on YouTube, I need concealer. I've got hollow eyes like an owl. Just gonna cake on this foundation BB cream stuff. Gosh, this is like putting on oily water. But I said I was gonna talk about my favorite kids' toys growing up. Does anyone remember Girl Talk, or was it Talk Girl and Talk Boy? They're like the Home Alone toys. Those are my absolute favorite. I had the purple girl one. I wish I had the boy one though, because it looked more real to the movie and I was like, want to be authentic. Yeah, this is way too light for my actual skin. It's giving no coverage whatsoever. I feel like I just dipped my face into baby powder and that's my foundation routine. Okay, we need something to set the face, so I'm gonna try to open this as best as I can. It's kind of chalky, but it'll work. It's all I got. Let's use a brush instead. How about that? Another favorite kids toy, I remember, Polly Pockets. The original ones, not these big ones you see now. The original Polly Pockets were so small, like they were a choking hazard. That's when you know it was good. That sounds terrible. But they were so much better when they were smaller. And I remember when I was like over the Polly Pocket scene, I don't know why I did this, but I sold them for like $300 because I had the whole, like, there was this mat you could buy that was like a whole town. I bought that mat and had like a whole collection of 20 or more and I sold them. I think I cared more about money when I was 12 and over Polly Pockets selling those than now. Girl, this is like putting literal chalk on my face. This has literally no coverage. But I would like these pimples to go away. I'm so nervous about this. Let's look at this, what I originally thought was gonna be for setting powder, but isn't. Yeah, this literally looks like fairy dust. Pretty highlight though. Ooh, I'm gonna use that pink highlighter as like a really pretty blush. I like to highlight before every, ooh, that's a lot. Ooh. This is, I feel like, becoming a disaster. Yes, brow brush. Hopefully it actually works. And we're gonna use this one. This is the Claire's Ombre de something. This is gonna be so interesting. Another favorite childhood toy of mine. Let's talk about that again. Does anyone remember Doodle Bears? I grew up in the 90s, so Doodle Bear was my jam. Wow, this is a lot more pigmented than I thought for the brows. But it like matches nice. Doodle Bears, you know why I love them even till this day? I don't own one, but like they remind me of like the certain types of guys I like. Ones that aren't like too muscular or too skinny and they're just like fluffy and have tattoos. That's what, oh my Doodle Bear, that's such a cute pet name that guys wouldn't like but girls would like. Oh my gosh, another childhood favorite, but that also like brought back bad memories. Hot Wheels, only because Hot Wheels had those tracks, and when you got in trouble by your parents, if your parents were one of those people that like instilled some beating into you, you better make sure those Hot Wheel tracks aren't out when you get them upset. Parents who like would also bring out the sandal or the belt. Yeah, that was like a Hot Wheel track. I know people are so against hitting their kids these days, but back then it didn't matter to people. One more thing with this weird one from Toys R Us that looks like watercolor painting. Oh, because it has hair chalk in it. That's why it also looks like watercolor painting. I'm not going to use the hair chalk, but what I am going to use is this orange, another orange lipstick color that I really hope cancels out these under eye bags, because I'm really offended by them, even though I created them myself. Under eye bags are like that science fair project gone wrong. Like, you didn't expect it to come out that way. Like, this happened overnight. Yeah, that comes off clear. Literally all of these are colors and they come off clear, so what's the use of that? I'm going to try to use this kabuki on some powder to powder my face somehow, maybe? Such a small pan of shadow for this big thing, but I'm gonna, you know what, there's no harm in trying. It's how people find out if things work. I love this hot pink though. Is that doing anything? I feel like I'm literally dusting chalk again on my face. I feel like this is a bad Christmas gone wrong. Like, I'm opening all these gifts that like that weird aunt just gave you 2 things from the dollar store and you're like, I see what you're doing, Auntie T, but really? This is a bronzing stick. I'm gonna see if I could contour my face with it. Okay. Like this. Again, I don't know how I'm gonna set this. Oh, that looks like literal poo. It's not too bad, I guess. Why do they have contour sticks in a kid's store is what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe this is for bronzing. Mommy, I want to look like a bronze Malibu Barbie. Mommy, I want something that looks like chocolate on my nose and side of my cheeks. Mom, I love chocolate so much that I just want it on my face. Oh my gosh, does anybody remember Tamagotchis? I thought I saw them at Claire's, but I didn't. And I was like so upset because I would actually bought one. I feel like Tamagotchis could still be a thing. I feel like I look also so pale and ghostly in my camera viewfinder. I wish they had a darker foundation. I need an actual blush on my face. Let's open our train case then. It looks like there's some eyeshadows that could dupe as blushes. Ooh, I want to see what the shimmery eyeshadows look like too. I feel like this pink could be a blush possibly, maybe. Yes. Ooh, let's try. Ooh, a purple blush. Those are nice. See, I want my makeup look, it's, whoa, inspired by this to look like Lisa Frank threw up on my face. If you don't know who Lisa Frank is, Google her. She's a goddess of the 90s. Oh yeah, like I thought. It was like an overspray of glitter. That's really chunky glitter. I do not want that in my eye. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't want to become the first girl blind by the kids makeup challenge. Okay, I'm gonna use these 2 pinks mixed together to go right here. Yes, pink blush. That's pretty. That's the only thing I like about this makeup. So I like to put a little bit on my nose there. Yes, I could even contour a little more. Now for actual eyeshadows, I feel like our best bet is this baby right here, the little vanity case teal goddess thing. And I want to do something Lisa Frank-esque. She has a lot of purples and greens and pinks, so I'm gonna go around those colors from here. Maybe, ooh, I like this color right here. Do pinks and greens. Let's pray to all the makeup gods right now that this works. Okay, I'm gonna use this pink right here. It's like the only pink in the palette. Then we use like a purple-ish color in the outer corner. Honestly, I'm struggling without a blending brush. But we talked about Tamagotchis. What about Furbies? I never had those because I was terrified of them. Just as terrified as my Teddy Ruxpin. I had a Teddy Ruxpin growing up and it like spoke, "Do you want to play tonight?" and like these things that it wasn't supposed to say in like the manual, and I was super terrified of it. So I was even more terrified, of course, when Furby came out and it was like this weird gremlin looking thing that I did not understand. Yes, Lisa Frank come through. They're pigmented more than I thought they'd be, but they're still like not good. Like blending this into your crease is like taking a toothpick and trying to paint the Mona Lisa. It's not coming out too bad though. I'm gonna use like one of those sponge tip applicators and get like this green, the darkest, and put it in my bottom lash line in the outer corner. I feel like another creature of the 90s was Beanie Babies, and I wasn't really about that. I'm taking like a lighter greens and putting them in here. Yeah, I wasn't really about those Beanie Babies. I only had like literally less than 6, and everybody else had like 500. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't afford 500 Beauty Babies, but good for you. Okay, if you wet a sponge tip applicator though, it works so much better. Gosh, I feel like I'm in caveman times of applying makeup onto my face. If I could ask Beyonce or any of the gods for anything right now, it would be a blending brush from this kid set. The closest thing I have to a blending brush is another flat kid's brush that looks like a paintbrush. How do girls do this? Did they learn some sort of black magic in a Harry Potter school I didn't go to? Okay, I'm gonna move on to eyeliner. Oh, it's not that bad. It's like one of the retractable, nicer ones. We'll see how she wears though. Oh, she's not, she's more of a gray than a black, honestly. This is like trying to build a fire with pine needles and wet toilet paper. This is so hard on your eye. Did anyone remember when you were kids, do you still have these too, is those password journals? Oh man. I used to always want one of those, but my parents were like, just get a notebook and put a lock on it and we won't open it. And I'm like, I don't trust you, I want a password journal. It was like this secret journal and you had to like talk to it to open it, and I was like, that's so magical. It's like when I was a kid and I wanted one of those Disneyland autograph books, and my parents were like, here's a little golf notepad from your dad and the little golf pencil. Why don't you get their autographs with that? And I'd be too embarrassed to even go up to Mickey Mouse and get the autograph. I'm gonna do this too, see if that does anything. Which it didn't do anything because this isn't pigmented enough of eyeliner. I wish they had like goth black lipstick for children. Only because I could have used the goth black lipstick maybe as liner and set it with something. Because this is like so terrible. Whoa, this is like very hard to like push down. Am I gonna lose my eyelashes using this kid eyelash curler? I'm so nervous. I'm Asian, we don't have many eyelash hairs, or they're either pinned straight or not there at all. Come on, Claire's mascara. I feel like I'm gonna get an eye infection using this, but you know what? I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I feel like if you even like shed a slight tear, this would turn straight raccoon eye. And I'm sorry, I do have to break the rules a little bit because I'm not going to use this lash glue in here. I'm too terrified it will like infect and hurt my eye, or my eyes and skin's really sensitive and I want to use my own. I'm sorry, but that's what's going to happen. I need some scissors. Let's hide all of our mistakes with these lashes. These lashes literally feel like they're made out of construction paper. I don't know what the deal is. Probably because they're for children. Why would children have eyelashes? That kind of terrifies me. One eyelash is on, it's a little weird because the glue has to dry. Now we're gonna measure and apply the other eye. I feel like when I say that, I'm saying my actual eyeball. Does anyone remember Creepy Crawler? Speaking of, I wish I had that, and that was like my lifelong dream, that and Mousetrap, and my parents wouldn't give it to me because they said that Mousetrap just ends up breaking because their friends' kids had it, and that's what happened, and that like Creepy Crawlers is just like a big hassle and you could just get gummy worms at the store. Like my parents had an excuse for everything. Hey mom, can I get Sunny D? You have Tang. It's a powder that makes 5 bottles of Sunny D. Why do you want Sunny D for? I thought like white bread was specially for rich kids, and chocolate chip cookies were kids that could afford something more than oatmeal cookies, because we only had oatmeal. Only because my dad liked oatmeal and hated chocolate chip cookies. I'm serious. I wasn't like broke or anything, but my parents were strict. Gosh, I feel like I'm performing in the Cirque du Soleil trying to put on these lashes and make them work. While the lashes like try to work and apply to my face, I'm gonna put on some lipstick. And I thought this was just a regular pink lipstick, but no, it has like a shimmery lighter pink and a darker pink, shimmery lighter pink in front. And why is there a piece of fuzz on it? That makes me nervous. Here goes nothing. Does anyone remember Sock 'em Boppers and Skip It? Skip It was like hopscotch, but just crazier. You just like hopped on one foot with a weird device, and Sock 'em Boppers is like boxing but with these giant inflatable pillows on your hands. Sounds stupid, but it was fun. Like you're actually boxing without hurting someone. It's like letting out your anger and issues without causing pain to others. My type of fun. Gosh, this smells so familiar. It smells like terrible cherry candy with Vaseline, and it goes on like oily crayon, and your lip line will go everywhere. It won't stay in one place. Oh, I have all these other glosses though, and they're pink and white and all types of gorgeousness. Ooh, let's try this one. It's like a peachy. What? It smells like rotten cherries and feels like glue syrup. So let's take this off, and I have a surprise. This isn't part of the challenge, but I found this at Claire's and I had to buy it because it's a flower crown and it has like gold chains and beads on it, and I really wanted it, and it was like over $10, but you know, I'm like, you know what, we're gonna fit this into the budget somehow so that if my makeup comes out bad, I could just cover it in flowers and hope to look like a awkward fairy princess, you know? So let's just pretend I'm spraying on some finishing spray because I have none, but Pogs, man, do you remember those as a kid? And like, who invented that? Because it's literally like a piece of cardboard with pictures on it, and it's the simplest game, and they probably made millions on that. Well, not millions, but a lot. Crazy. So this is our final look for our full face using only kids makeup challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to see your guys' take on this. Leave a comment down below on what was your favorite kids toy. I would love to know. I feel like you can see my pores really bad, and if I had to pick one thing from this whole makeup to like keep, maybe it's the highlighter. The eyebrows aren't bad, like the color, but it's so chalky of eyeshadow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Maybe there'll be more challenges ahead, and I love you all. Talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.